What's up, y'all? On YouTube, this is Rel J, and I'm here to talk about Spider-Man 2. So, real quick, Spider-Man 2 has some things that I don't know. Spider-Man 2 definitely just was like, always gonna be different. It's not and I'm just like, okay, show me. I'm thinking like, I can't wait to see what's different. Can't wait to see what's going to be very different. Who's going to be Venom? That was the mystery. Who's going to be Venom? And I mean, I'm guess half of us smart people were like, well, if it ain't going to be Eddie Brock, once they said, oh, it's not Eddie Brock, and then we were all like, well, then it's going to be Harry. Because that was easy to figure out. Then if you're trying to be like, well, like, if you're trying to overthink it and be like, well, that's just too easy. Because that is too easy. Because I thought that was too easy. Because I'm thinking, well, maybe it might be Norman. Well, I mean, and at the same time, I'm like, what kind of sense does that make? Because Norman's the Goblin. But maybe he might do some Ultimate Spider-Man stuff, or like Goblin, he gets the joint or whatever, and he gets just some weird shit or whatever, where he just something's like, or some villain that we done had fucked up, or maybe it'd be Wilson Fisk who gets it, and he becomes Venom because it would make a lot of sense because he would dislike Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. So it was just like, no. So once you watch the joint, and then spoiler alert, and you realize, and then it is Harry who becomes Venom. It's just like, yo, this is I've seen this before in a cartoon. I've seen this in the cartoon Spider-Man where Harry became Dark Suit Spider-Man, then Black Suit Spider-Man. My bad, Black Suit Spider-Man, and then went ahead and became and went Venomized, got Venomized, and that was easy. That has already happened. That's nothing new. That's happened already. So when they say, "Oh, this is going to be different," where is the difference at? Because I've seen this already. Um, I like the fact that Mary Jane's missions were better. Mary Jane's missions were way better. I enjoyed the missions from Spider-Man because they were harder. You were a human being. You're trying to face off these motherfucking superheroes and go undercover on things, and you're just some normal little weak motherfucker. And of course, your tail can just get beat up. Excuse my French. So that's not hard. That wasn't hard to see. So it's just that so the Mary Jane missions really did get got better. Even though, again, like I said, I liked them in the first one because it made a lot of sense. And then in this one, it made sense for her to make it a little easier for her because she's used to now being out in the field more. So she's used to like being in more danger than she was in anything she's been in. To where she now runs around with a taser or something and then shock your tail up. That was really cool. That was dope as hell how they did that. Um, I liked how Miles was using using his Spider-Man missions to escape his essay because he had to write an essay about himself. And that was difficult for him because he wants to, he basically got to sell himself. What makes Miles Morales awesome type, and that's also stating what he does for his community with this and that and the third. But he's trying to also probably talk about that. He's also trying to talk about that without using the fact that he's Spider Man, helping out the community and stuff, and everybody in his community secretly know he's Spider Man. You know, I like the fact that we get to a thing where Martin Lee and Miles, you know what I'm saying, and this was kind of crazy to me because it makes me feel like Miles should have gotten the black suit because all that hatred he had for for Lee. You know what I'm saying? He should have got the black suit because the way that whole scenario was going, they look like, yo, Miles, you might just should have been the one to get it because that hatred on Lee was tough. You really allowed people to die. So until he regained his senses to when Lee finally got taken off and he regained his senses that after Parker's like, yo, help me, and instead of Parker stalling Miles, Parker's like, hey man, look, you going like it's all good, it's whatever, we got people out, you know what I'm saying, but you gotta work on these demons, man. You can't just let these things take over, which is kind of crazy because all of a sudden then what happens to Parker? He gets stabbed out by Craven's sister stabbed him up, and he gets the black suit off of Harry. And that was a cool moment. And I'm skipping over a lot of things because I apparently, I can't make long ass videos without things. So anyway, that was dope. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed the whole lizard fight thing, seeing that go because I ain't played this game, so I enjoyed watching the whole lizard thing. Parker basically talking, crazy to lizard to Doc Connors in lizard form, whooping his, you know what I'm saying, just whooping it. That was cool. Seeing you know, the black suit taking over Parker's body while he's asleep and him being more monstrous, and it's growing to be more monstrous and evolutioning that evolutioning to becoming more than what it's pretending to be, more than was pretending to be, and like making Parker more vicious, more monstrous to a point where he was ready to kill MJ. And you get that whole sequence when she tases him and it knocks him out type stuff, and then the suit covers him, the mask covers back up, and he's like, MJ, bro. That shit was cool. That was cool. It was scary. um I felt bad for when Harry finally gets it back on though, because when Harry finally gets it back on, that thing is just like telling him, pretending to be his mom and really playing with Harry's head and stuff like that, and it was really messed up. It was also really kind of crazy that Miles basically sat there and like launched Martin Lee up out the building to go find Parker before he even gave it. Because I'm going out of country because I'm trying to hurry up because I can't make too long of a video. So like, it's crazy. Like I said, Miles plays a decent part to this whole thing, and it's kind of and it's really cool to see Miles play a decent big part. Like for real, I'd rather had it been instead of Miles like talking to him and this, that, and the third. I'd rather it had been Parker beat the bricks out of Miles and realizing that he's about to kill Miles and he has to stop himself from trying to kill Miles. So he basically holds back, and where Miles could have used the electric venom shock to shock him back, and then use the sound stuff to like basically get it off of him, then you know what I'm saying, then that would have been tough. You know what I'm saying? That'd been tough. I enjoyed the fact that once you do play as Venom, you can like sit there and do this crazy stuff as Venom, and throw these people around as Venom. I think the most shocking thing that I ever seen in the whole game was for real, Venom taking the head off of Craven and the blood being like, yeah, and the blood being on the teeth. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all really was preparing for this Wolverine game. Because if y'all can do this with a team game, yo, that rated M game going to be off the chain. The blood on that, man, Wolverine's going to slap so hard. It's not even funny. And stuff like that. So like the ending where Harry gets the suit off. Harry, he has to kill Harry, because he gets the Venom suit, and then him and Martin, shit, Miles and Martin go inside Parker's psyche because he still had traces of the Venom symbiote in him, where again the symbiote is a hive mind. So Parker's about to be consumed again by the darkness, and you see Parker crying over Aunt May was so touching because it was just like we were there with him when that happened. We were there with him the whole entire time. And to see that shit, to witness that again, was also hard and hurt. It's and to free Parker, like, hey, it's gonna be okay. We got you. And Martin basically sacrificing his powers, and then we get anti Venom, and of course Parker's like, "Yo, let's go, let's go, let's go!" Got anti Venom ready to rock, still getting his cheeks whooped by Venom and stuff like that. So so it was a good video game. It's a good cinematic. It's a good story based game. Again, like I said, I wish Parker was just beating the bricks off us, just for him to come back to his senses and know he ridiculous, kill his mans. But yeah, that's my story. That's my reaction. Had to hurry and make it short. I hope and I can't wait to really play Spider-Man 2 because I'm getting a PlayStation 5 like in the next 2 weeks. So, but yeah, like and subscribe. It's your boy RJ. RJ, wow. Rel J out, non scripted. So I hope you all enjoy your day, morning, night, whatever. But yeah, adios.